Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, and Sony have finally revealed us the look of the upcoming PlayStation 5. Not only that, they have also shown us a lot of games which will be released in the next few years, and in this video I want to summarize everything we have seen under 1 hour presentation. If you want to see full trailers of the video games that I will talk about right now, I've left all the links in the description as well as the link of the full presentation. So, enough talk! And let's begin! The presentation started with a little nostalgia kick, where we see years when each PlayStation was released, and in the background Nathan and Samuel Drake are talking about how they would end up if they would make different choices. After what, we see a short ride through PlayStation 4 games and the logo of Rockstar Games. I think 99% of all the people were ready to see the announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6, but no, it was just a trailer of Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, GTA 5 will be released, expanded and enhanced in 2021 for the PlayStation 5, and GTA Online is going to be free for the PlayStation Plus members at launch in 2021. Till then, the owners of GTA 5 for the PlayStation 5 will get 1 million in GTA cash every month until Grand Theft Auto 5 PlayStation 5 launch. After that very disappointing trailer, Jim Ryan, the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, announced the start of the presentation. But before that, he said that the partnership with Rockstar Games will continue with PlayStation 5, and that now we are going to see games which will show their belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition our industry has yet to see. The games will sound, look awesome, and everything is going to be awesome.
Everything is awesome.
The first trailer we've got to see is Spider-Man Miles Morales, and in the beginning I thought that it is the sequel to the first game, but then when I thought about it I realized that it's not a sequel. I've read an article by Andy Robinson. It turns out that it's going to be a remaster of the original Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4 with a substantial expansion. So I think this expansion is just something like DLC for Miles Morales. And in advance, I will summarize the visual aspects of the games in the end of this video. The only thing that caught my attention here is the weather. I've never seen a game or even a movie about Spider-Man where the story takes place in winter. It is very atmospheric. Miles Morales was my favorite character, but I think now that he will have his own expansion, I might like him, and it will be released on holidays 2020. Then Kazumori Yamauchi, I'm very sorry if I pronounced it wrong, said that he's excited to show us the new Gran Turismo, which he thinks should make fans happy, especially with the campaign mode. I've played some old Gran Turismos for the PlayStation 2, and I've also played Need for Speed for the PlayStation 3. But that's it. I just want to say that I'm not a fan of driving games, so I can't say a lot. We've just saw the menu and a little bit of the gameplay, so if you're a fan of racing games, then write in the comments what you think about Gran Turismo 7. Afterwards, the creative director of Insomniac Games, Marcus Smith, shared with us a brand new interdimensional adventure, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This time we will be able to use dimensional rifts to leap between planet and planet, nearly instantly, and Clank will have ray trace reflections. Here's an example of how ray tracing can change a game. Impressive, right? So this is a sequel to the first Ratchet & Clank game, which was for the PlayStation 4. This time the dimensions are collapsing and, well, they need to prevent it somehow. The gameplay looks very similar to the first game, except that now we can use dimensional rifts, plus Ratchet has a new arsenal which is more exciting than ever. And there's Ratchet Girl... yeah, okay. So I think if you like the first game, you'll probably like this one too. Next, Square Enix announced a new game named Project Athia, and it looks a little bit like Final Fantasy, and it's designed exclusively for PlayStation 5, and that's all the information I've got. After what, Annapurna Interactive announced a game named Stray, where it looks like we're going to play as a cat in a world where people got extinct and now there are only robots left. This announcement gives me this kind of Love, Death and Robot vibe. I mean, the episode about 3 robots, it kinda has a very similar vibe to it. And the game is going to release next year. Then we saw the characteristics of the console, like it's going to have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, ultra high speed SSD, ray tracing and 3D sound. Then they showed us the characteristics of DualSense, which we already knew, like that it's going to have haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, USB port, motion sensor, built-in microphone, integrated speaker and headset jack. Now back to games. Sony showed us a new franchise exclusively for the PlayStation 5 named Returnal, where we are going to play for a woman who relives her first moments on an alien planet, and each time she awakes, the planet seems to change, and our goal is to break the cycle before it breaks us. It looks like a third-person shooter game where we will need to find answers for questions which we don't know. Next, to my surprise, Sumo Digital showed us the gameplay for Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and I liked it. I've played the last 3 games and I loved the first 2. Yeah, the third was definitely weaker, but this time it's going to be a 3D platformer and it looks a lot like Mario 3D World or Mario Odyssey. I mean, the concept is very similar. I think it's going to be a fun game if you have friends or girlfriend, what I don't have. But I think I will still buy it, and I know that the last 3 games were called Little Big Planet. I know that. After this, a gaming studio which I've never heard of showed us a game named Destruction All-Stars, which looks like a MOBA racing game. MOBA stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, for example like League of Legends, Dota 2 or Paladins. And I've literally nothing to say about this game, it just looks boring. Seriously, well, you can see it on your screens right now. Afterwards, Josh and Mike from a small team named Amber Lab showed us their first game where the story is full of adventure and charm that has themes in personal growth and redemption. This game is Kana Bridge of Spirits, where we are going to play for a girl who has some sort of powers, and we will try to help those cute spirits. Aww. To be honest, gameplay-wise, the game hasn't impressed me at all, so I'm not really interested in this. That's why let's go to a game that I am interested in, and that's Goodbye Volcano High. And to be honest, I didn't expect that Life is Strange 3 would look that different. Okay, obviously it's a joke, but this game gives me some real Life is Strange Before the Storm vibes, with the theme and the character. From what I understood, she wants to do that thing that she was meant to do, but something is holding her back, and it takes place in a high school with different creatures which look like I've already saw them in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. It looks like a teen drama with similar type of songs that were in Life is Strange. I'm probably excited for this game because it gives me Life is Strange vibes, and I love Life is Strange. That's probably the reason. And it's going to be released next year. Then Lauren Lanning appeared to share a game that he's been dying to make, and that game is Outworld Soulstorm. It's an emotionally engaging story where rescuing is rewarding, failure is devastatingly hilarious, and the memories should last you a lifetime. Okay, so it's a video game franchise and I've never played a game from this franchise, so my knowledge is a little bit more than nothing. The only character I've recognized is the young Davy Jones. From what I understood is that the fate of our entire people is up to us. Then there was the gameplay, which looked like 3D, 2D combined platformer, and yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. Afterward, we saw the gameplay of Ghostwire Tokyo, and I didn't like it at all. Shinji Mikami said that we will be able to see, hear and feel the charm of Tokyo like never before. If someone forgot, last year on E3 we've got a mysterious trailer for the game named Ghostwire Tokyo, and what I liked a lot was the Asian horror vibe. But now, after the gameplay video, my expectations went from 100 to 0 real quick. Now it just looks like a first-person action game where we will need to kill a mysterious crab in Tokyo. The Asian horror vibe just faded away and I'm kinda sad. But hey, maybe it won't be that bad, it's just my thoughts. We'll be able to play this game already next year. Next game is called Jet the Far Shore, and we have no information about this game. Well, at least not in this trailer. Only that is going to release on this holidays. Next game is also going to release on this holidays, and it is Godfall, which is the first of its kind looter slasher melee action RPG. I'm not interested in this game at all, it looks boring. I have a feeling that it won't even have a story, or at least good story. So, you see everything on your screen. I don't like it. Then there was a beautiful indie game named Solar Ash, which will be released next year, and the final game in the new Hitman trilogy, Hitman 3. And I have some knowledge about Hitman because I've played the first game of its trilogy, and it was not bad, but not good enough to buy the second or now the third game. If you've played the last 2 games, then you probably know what's going on. From what I understood is that Hitman is now alone, what means that he probably doesn't have any backup or so. Well, Wait, actually he never did. What am I talking about? Like Hakan Aberg said, in Hitman 3, Agent 47 is back for his most intimate and professional contract in his entire career, and it's also the dramatic conclusion for the World of Assassination trilogy. Afterward, they showed us a short teaser of the gameplay in Dubai, and I'm not gonna lie, this location looks breathtaking. But to be honest, Hitman had never problems with beautiful locations. You're going to be able to play as Agent 47 on January 2021. And then, unexpectedly, they showed us a short glimpse of the PlayStation 5 startup, which looks okay, I guess. I mean, it was short, so I can't judge it. Then Sony gave us a short gameplay for the game named Astro's Playroom, and for those who don't remember, there is a playroom in PlayStation 4 with the same robots that look like this. It was just a short fun time you could have with your DualShock, but now they've made a game out of this. And I guess it will be available for free for everyone like it is for the PlayStation 4. If I'm right, then I will definitely check it out. If not, well, I won't buy it. Afterward, we've got some gameplay for a new indie game named Little Devil Inside, and except that I like the design of it, there is nothing else I can say about this game. I'm not really a fan of indie games. The only indie game that I liked was What Remains of Edith Finch. Next, they showed us a teaser for NBA 2K21, which will be released this fall. The only thing I want to say is that the sweat on his body looks pretty good, and well, just another NBA game. Afterward, we've got a game that broke my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Bug Snacks. This game looks so awful. From graphics point of view, it's a PlayStation 3 game. Even if I would have a child, I will not buy this game, seriously. I don't believe that the people who made this game actually cared about it. But if you're still interested in this game, it will be released on holidays 2020 on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. But let's forget about this nightmare and go to some real games. For example, the remaster of Demon's Souls, which is basically the first Dark Souls. The only game I've played in this genre was Bloodborne, and it destroyed my nerves. And if you expect me to say something motivational like I never gave up, and I've beaten this game. No. Cause I couldn't take it anymore, but if any of the Dark Souls games are going to be for free on PlayStation Plus, then I will definitely try it out. Then Dinga Bakaba and Sebastian Mitten revealed some gameplay of a next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop, where freeform immersive gameplay and surreal player-driven story are smashed together. The name of this game is Deathloop. We are going to play for a man who is trapped in a loop where everyone wants to kill him, and we will need to eliminate 8 targets to, well, I guess break the loop. But there's a woman who protects those targets, so it's not going to be easy. At my first time of watching the gameplay, I immediately thought about Dishonored and how similar they look like, but then I remembered that it's the same people who made Dishonored, so yeah. It's like Dishonored, but instead of being a stealth game, it's an action game. I guess if you want to play an action Dishonored game, you would probably like it. As for me, I didn't like the first Dishonored and I didn't play the second, but Deathloop might get a chance from me. We've also saw that we will be able to play for the woman who protects targets, but how and why, we don't know. Next, we've got a sequel to a famous horror franchise, which is Resident Evil 8 Village, and which will be released in 2021. As for someone who never played a Resident Evil game, I can't say anything. I don't know shit about this franchise. I guess if you've played the last games, you probably know what's going on, but not me. So let's go forward, and we can also skip the next game because we don't know anything about it. We just saw Times Square, someone who wears a futuristic astronaut suit, a girl without shoes, holograms of children and a cat, and some weird shit. Afterward, they fly to Moon, the girl asks the astronaut what's that, and he says freedom while he's watching at our Earth. Yeah. The game is called Pragmata, and it will be released in 2022. And the last video game that was presented is Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, and holy shit, this game looks awesome. In this game we are going to try to save the world, and I haven't played the first game, but I will. I really want to, but right now I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and the DLC for Spider-Man, so I don't have time to play it. But from the graphics point of view, it is the most beautiful game that was shown on this presentation, period. And that's where we are smoothly going into the graphics. And overall, almost all the games looked good. But that's it. I mean, except Horizon Zero Dawn, there was no game which would impress me. You know, I remember Jim Ryan said in the beginning something like,
Just some of the games that demonstrate our belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition our industry has yet seen. Biggest generational transition, the biggest generational transition.
Oh, and it's tasty too.
The biggest generational transition.
oh my god, that was a lot. Oh my god. After the developers welcomed us to PlayStation 5, we finally got to see the console itself, and god damn it, it looks awesome. I love the design a lot. It looks very futuristic, and our apartments are definitely not ready for this. Seriously, the colors, the lighting, everything looks awesome. There will be two versions available at the start, the one with drive and one with no drive. I will definitely buy the version with drive because I like to buy games on CDs. After what, they showed us some accessories like the charging station, the HD camera, plus 3D wireless headset and a media remote. What can I say? Shut up and take my money! Then Jim ended the presentation, we saw the PlayStation 5 one more time and god damn it, I still get chills. Oh my god. Wait, oh no. I can't wait, I cannot wait. But what about you? Yeah, exactly you. From a scale from 1 to 10, what will you give the design? I definitely give it a 10. And which games impressed you the most? Write in the comments. I think the only games that impressed me were Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Zero Dawn and Sackboy A New Adventure, because I like the last games of Sackboy, you know. Well, they were called Little Big Planet back there, but you know what I mean. And yeah, thanks for watching this video till the end. If you liked it, then punch the like button and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. By the way, if you want to know more about me, then subscribe to my Instagram page, and I also have a TikTok account where I post funny videos like this one. For now, I will go and relax and prepare my next video. Bye bye!